Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, it's me Gamerturk, and with about a month left for release, we got a bunch more Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet news. New characters confirmed for the game, release of the opening movie featuring Lisa's Thrill Risk Heartless, and the digital pre-orders going live, along with a surprise pre-order bonus for the PC version, which is bringing the start of the Gameverse to a brand new platform. But let's start from the beginning. From the 5th trailer that came out about 2 weeks ago, once again, your choices have an effect on the story is in the spotlight. Narrator of the trailer, Shinon, even says, this is a story where your choices come with a price, meaning our actions will have consequences. This is strongly hinted at later in the trailer and in the opening movie as well. We see a possibly dangerous scene where we see Zeliska crying, looking at presumably our custom character, which transitions into the same scene, but this time featuring Kureha, main character's childhood friend, and in the opening this is followed by transitioning into the same visual set, indicating that this actually may be later in that same scene, where our main character is reaching out for someone, but before both hands meet, the figure on the left is shattered. Now, there are two possible different scenarios here. First, and the simple one, is the character transition is just that in the game, just a transition. Zeliska is looking at us in a hopeless situation, and her face reminds our main character a similar situation Kureha was in. Considering she's our childhood friend, we are bound to have some memories after all, and being reminded of that, we try our best defending Zeliska, but obviously we can't make it, thus she shatters into polygons. The other possibility, and what I hope is actually the case in this scene, is that this is where we pay the price of our choices throughout the game, or one of the many cases where we pay the price of our actions. Depending on what we choose throughout our adventures, the person who finds herself in this situation will change. Our actions, while saving one, will sacrifice the other, and that is what our custom character will be left with at the end, which is something I really like. Custom character as a concept is not a feature I care all that much in my games, since they're mostly blank slates for you to put yourself in, but being a blank slate mostly means that what you do doesn't really matter, and I prefer characters that I can relate and grow along with. This is one of those reasons why I like SAO to begin with, because while haters may claim Kirito is a blank slate, anybody with a brain can recognize that he is actually not. Sachi and the Moonlit Black Cats was a huge turning point for Kirito. While I find Keida's suicide more impactful than Sachi's death, the point remains the same. That moment shaped Kirito in a certain way. And this scene from Fatal Bullet seems to be a similar moment where our character is shaped in a way. Even better, he is shaped by our decisions throughout the game, and I love that. Now, while I talked about two completely different scenarios, there is one thing that we cannot gloss over. The figure on the left getting shattered in such an emotional scene kind of suggests that there is more to the situation than we see here. For once, you cannot really die while using an Hemisphere unit. The device literally can't kill you. And just as usual, if you die in Gun Gale Online, you just respawn. Yeah, sure, you lose all your progress, but you still do respawn. Which means a regular in-game death does not really warrant such an emotional scene. And while Deathgun is featured in the game, we don't know if he will be featured in the OC campaign outside of Kirito mode. And even if he is, we all know that getting killed by Deathgun does not result in an in-game death. It won't cause you to shatter into polygons just like in that scene. You just get disconnected from the game. That's it. That's how you get killed by Deathgun. So there is definitely something that threatens the players in GGO outside of Deathgun, and I am eager to find out what that is and what is causing such a dramatic scene. Of course, the main highlight of this week is the release of Fatal Bullet's opening animation, featuring a new single, Thrill Risk Heartless by Lisa, the voice behind many SAO songs like the Season 1 opening one Crossing Field, Season 2's Mother's Rosario ending Shirushi, and most recently the theme song of Ordinal Scale, Catch the Moment. It's great to have her back, and it's great to have her in a Gameverse with an original song. You can click the card on the upper right corner to watch the entire opening. The link will also be in the description as well as on the end cards at the end of the video, so you don't have to click away now since we're gonna talk about the recently confirmed characters. There's more news. Back in trailer 5, we've been introduced to a brand new character from the OC story, some top player leading in all competitions. I was under the assumption that Zeliska would be our main rival figure. Well, it still looks like she will be some sort of a rival initially. I have the feeling that this top player will be actually the main rival that may or may not have something to do with what's going on in GGO. You know, you can never trust the top players these days, can you? AG. In the same trailer, while we have seen Yui in some other places, we get to see Egil and Liz having their own shops, similar to Alfheim Online based games. And in addition to that, Asuna will also have her own vendor-like functionality, making you unique outfits. We also hear many voices in the second half of the trailer belonging to Yuki, some male voice, which I'm assuming is not Spiegel, aka Shinkawa Kyoji, but rather the top player instead, along with Klein, Lisbeth, and 3 girl voices right after Shinon. One definitely belongs to Zeliska, one is definitely Kureha, but the third one I am not so sure. It may belong to Arphasis, but I can't confirm this since we have never heard Arphasis's voice in any of the trailers. And on to today's reveals. Dengeki Banko recently confirmed that nobody, well, pretty much nobody is getting left behind, with the reveal of Philia, Argo, a brand new character called Daisy, and of course the best Gameverse girl, that is Rain. The only characters that haven't been confirmed so far are Seven and Tia. I'd assume Seven will have some voiceover lines here and there, considering most of the time she works with the game devs and gives Kirito hints or some support during the game. And with the Death Gun incident, she may actually have a role alongside Kikoka, but not seeing Tia around is... well, I'm not disappointed or anything. I go with the idea that having a bloated cast starts hurting games at a certain point, especially after playing through Axel World vs Sword Art Online. But Kirito was very adamant about the promise he made her, and not seeing her in Fatal Bullet would be a strike on Kirito just because her character was not planned as a long-term character. I'm quite certain Philia wasn't as well, but she's still showing up and contributing nothing among some others, so I guess there's still hope for Tia. Even Premiere's there after all, so yeah, she may show up, why not? And those of you who've been waiting for the digital pre-orders to come up, good news, the pre-orders went live yesterday for all platforms and many regions. There's a surprise for the PC players though. Their pre-orders on Steam are tiered pre-orders, which means more bonuses unlock as more people pre-order. The first tier grants you guys the SAO outfits for Kirito and Asuna, along with a silver assault rifle that looks suspiciously identical to Red Death from Destiny. I feel like this should have been the base offer to begin with, not an unlocked tier, since, you know, this is what the pre-orders on consoles get, but whatever. Tier 2, however, is Alfheim Online costumes for Kirito and Asuna, along with a golden Red Death, which is actually a bonus for the deluxe edition on consoles. That's weird. Anyways, Tier 3 is where the surprise lies. If Tier 3 is achieved, everybody who pre-ordered the game will get a copy of the first SAO Gameverse game, Sword Art Online RE Hollow Fragment, which pretty much confirms that this is coming to PC after all. If you're wondering how Hollow Fragment is, you know, you can check my review of it by clicking the card on the upper right corner. It's one of my earlier reviews, I'll give it that, so please do excuse the slightly crude format. As we get to the end of this video, remember, the game comes out on the 8th of February in Japan and 23rd of February here in the Western regions. If you want to experience the game early, provided you know Japanese, you can get Fatal Bullet on the Japanese PlayStation Store as well. If you're wondering how you're gonna do it, people over there at Japan Code Supply have a special discount code for you guys to fill your Japanese PSN account wallet so you can buy games there. Just use the code Gamerturk in all caps and you get $3 off of your purchase of $50 or more. And just for transparency, I don't have any financial benefits from the usage of this code, it's just a discount for you. Link in the description. But that's pretty much it, and that actually has been longer than I thought. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button and comment. If you want to follow the news closely, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon next to it to get notified. You can also find me on facebook.com/Gamerturk and on Twitter @Gamerturk95. If you enjoy my content, consider supporting my channel on patreon.com/Gamerturk as well. Also, expect a full playthrough and of course a review after Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet comes out on 23rd of February. Take care.